Then I saw another wonder in heaven. It was great and amazing. There were 7 angels bringing 7 plagues. These are the last plagues, because after these, God's anger is finished. I saw what looked like a sea of glass mixed with fire. All those who had won the victory over the beast and his idol, and over the number of its name, were standing by the sea. These people had harps that God had given them. They sang the song of Moses, the servant of God, and the song of the Lamb. Great and wonderful are the things you do, Lord God all-powerful. Right and true are your ways, ruler of the nations. All people will fear you, O Lord. All people will praise your name. Only you are holy. All people will come and worship before you, because it is clear that you do what is right. After this I saw the temple, the holy place of God's presence in heaven. It was open, and the 7 angels bringing the 7 plagues came out. They were dressed in clean, shining linen cloth. They wore golden bands tied around their chests. Then one of the 4 living beings gave 7 golden bowls to the 7 angels. The bowls were filled with the anger of God, who lives forever and ever. The temple was filled with smoke from the glory and the power of God. No one could enter the temple until the 7 plagues of the 7 angels were finished. Then I heard a loud voice from the temple. It said to the 7 angels, "Go and pour out the 7 bowls of God's anger on the earth." The first angel left. He poured out his bowl on the land. Then all those who had the mark of the beast and who worshipped its idol got sores that were ugly and painful. The second angel poured out his bowl on the sea. Then the sea became blood like a dead man's blood, and everything living in the sea died. The third angel poured out his bowl on the rivers and the springs of water. The rivers and the springs of water became blood. Then I heard the angel of the waters say to God, "You are the one who is, and who always was. You are the Holy One. You are right in these judgments you have made. The people have spilled the blood of your holy people and your prophets. Now you have given those people blood to drink. This is what they deserve." And I heard the altar say, "Yes, Lord God all-powerful, your judgments are true and right." The fourth angel poured out his bowl on the sun. The sun was given power to burn the people with fire. The people were burned by the great heat. They cursed the name of God, who had control over these plagues, but they refused to change their hearts and lives and give glory to God. The fifth angel poured out his bowl on the throne of the beast, and darkness covered the beast's kingdom. People bit their tongues because of the pain. They cursed the God of heaven because of their pain and the sores they had, but they refused to change their hearts and turn away from the evil things they did. The sixth angel poured out his bowl on the great river Euphrates. The water in the river was dried up. This prepared the way for the rulers from the east to come. Then I saw 3 evil spirits that looked like frogs. They came out of the mouth of the dragon, out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. These evil spirits are the spirits of demons. They have power to do miracles. They go out to the rulers of the whole world to gather them for battle on the great day of God all-powerful. Listen, I will come at a time you don't expect, like a thief. Great blessings belong to those who stay awake and keep their clothes with them. They will not have to go without clothes and be ashamed for people to see them. Then the evil spirits gathered the rulers together to the place that in Hebrew is called Armageddon. The seventh angel poured out his bowl into the air. Then a loud voice came out of the temple from the throne. It said, "It is finished." Then there were flashes of lightning, noises, thunder, and a big earthquake. This was the worst earthquake that has ever happened since people have been on earth. The great city split into 3 parts. The cities of the nations were destroyed, and God did not forget to punish Babylon the Great. He gave that city the cup filled with the wine of his terrible anger. Every island disappeared, and there were no more mountains. Giant hailstones fell on the people from the sky. These hailstones weighed almost 100 pounds each. People cursed God because of this plague of the hail. It was terrible. One of the 7 angels came and spoke to me. This was one of the angels that had the 7 bowls. The angel said, "Come, and I will show you the punishment that will be given to the famous prostitute. She is the one sitting over many waters. The rulers of the earth sinned sexually with her. The people of the earth became drunk from the wine of her sexual sin." Then the angel carried me away by the Spirit to the desert. There, I saw a woman sitting on a red beast. The beast was covered with evil names. It had 7 heads and 10 horns. The woman was dressed in purple and red. She was shining with the gold, jewels, and pearls that she was wearing. She had a golden cup in her hand. This cup was filled with terribly evil things and the filth of her sexual sin. She had a title written on her forehead. This title has a hidden meaning. This is what was written: Babylon the Great, the mother of prostitutes, and of the abominations of the earth. I saw that the woman was drunk. She was drunk with the blood of God's holy people. She was drunk with the blood of those who told about their faith in Jesus. When I saw the woman, I was fully amazed. Then the angel said to me, "Why are you amazed? I will tell you the hidden meaning of this woman and the beast she rides. The beast with 7 heads and 10 horns. The beast you saw was once alive, but now it is not. However, it will come up out of the bottomless pit and go away to be destroyed. The people who live on the earth will be amazed when they see the beast, because it was once alive, is no longer living, but will come again. These are the people whose names have never been written in the book of life since the beginning of the world." You need wisdom to understand this. The 7 heads on the beast are the 7 hills where the woman sits. They are also 7 rulers. 5 of the rulers have already died. One of the rulers lives now, and the last ruler is coming. When he comes, he will stay only a short time. The beast that was once alive but is no longer living is an 8th ruler. This 8th ruler also belongs to the first 7 rulers, and he will go away to be destroyed. The 10 horns you saw are 10 rulers. These 10 rulers have not yet received their kingdom, but they will receive power to rule with the beast for 1 hour. All 10 of these rulers have the same purpose, and they will give their power and authority to the beast. They will make war against the Lamb, but the Lamb will defeat them, because he is Lord of lords and King of kings. And with him will be his chosen and faithful followers, the people he has called to be his. Then the angel said to me, "You saw the waters where the prostitute sits. These waters are the many peoples, the different races, nations, and languages in the world. The beast and the 10 horns you saw will hate the prostitute. They will take everything she has and leave her naked. They will eat her flesh and destroy her with fire." God put the idea in their minds to do what would complete his purpose. They agreed to give the beast their power to rule until what God has said is completed. The woman you saw is the great city that rules over the kings of the earth. Then I saw another angel coming down from heaven. This angel had great power. The angel's glory made the earth bright. The angel shouted with a powerful voice, "She is destroyed! The great city of Babylon is destroyed! She has become a home for demons. That city has become a place for every unclean spirit to live. She is a city filled with all kinds of unclean birds. She is a place where every unclean and hated animal lives. All the peoples of the earth have drunk the wine of her sexual sin and of God's anger. The rulers of the earth sinned sexually with her, and the merchants of the world grew rich from the great wealth of her luxury." Then I heard another voice from heaven say, "Come out of that city, my people, so that you will not share in her sins. Then you will not suffer any of the terrible punishment she will get. That city's sins are piled up as high as heaven. God has not forgotten the wrongs she has done. Give that city the same as she gave to others. Pay her back twice as much as she did. Prepare wine for her that is twice as strong as the wine she prepared for others. She gave herself much glory and rich living. Give her that much suffering and sadness. She says to herself, I am a queen sitting on my throne. I am not a widow. I will never be sad. So in one day she will suffer great hunger, mourning, and death. She will be destroyed by fire, because the Lord God who judged her is powerful. The rulers of the earth who sinned sexually with her and shared her wealth will see the smoke from her burning. Then they will cry and be sad because of her death. The rulers will be afraid of her suffering and stand far away. They will say, Terrible! How terrible! O great city! O powerful city of Babylon! Your punishment came in 1 hour. And the merchants of the earth will cry and be sad for her. They will be sad because now there is no one to buy the things they sell. Gold, silver, jewels, pearls, fine linen cloth, purple cloth, silk and scarlet cloth, all kinds of citron wood, and all kinds of things made from ivory, expensive wood, bronze, iron, and marble. They also sell cinnamon, spice, incense, frankincense, myrrh, wine, olive oil, fine flour, wheat, cattle, sheep, horses, carriages, and slaves. Yes, even human lives. The merchants will cry and say, O Babylon, the good things you wanted have left you. All your rich and fancy things have disappeared. You will never have them again. The merchants will be afraid of her suffering and will stand far away from her. They are the ones who became rich from selling those things to her. They will cry and be sad. They will say, Terrible! How terrible for the great city! She was dressed in fine linen. She wore purple and scarlet cloth. She was shining with gold, jewels, and pearls. All these riches have been destroyed in 1 hour. Every sea captain, all those who travel on ships, the sailors, and all those who earn money from the sea stood far away from Babylon. They saw the smoke from her burning. They cried out, There was never a city like this great city. They threw dust on their heads and cried loudly to show the deep sorrow they felt. They said, Terrible! How terrible for the great city! All those who had ships on the sea became rich because of her wealth, but she has been destroyed in 1 hour. Be happy because of this, O heaven. Be happy, God's holy people and apostles and prophets. God has punished her because of what she did to you. Then a powerful angel picked up a large rock. This rock was as big as a large millstone. The angel threw the rock into the sea and said, That is how the great city of Babylon will be thrown down. It will never be found again. O Babylon, the music of people playing harps and other instruments, flutes and trumpets, will never be heard in you again. No worker doing any job will ever be found in you again. The sound of a millstone will never be heard in you again. The light of a lamp will never shine in you again. The voices of a bridegroom and bride will never be heard in you again. Your merchants were the world's great people. All the nations were tricked by your magic. You are guilty of the death of the prophets, of God's holy people, and of all those who have been killed on earth.